tried to take your lesson, and I have no access. I had no access. It
Maybe
was
you should use Google Plus. I did this because I had also problem yesterday.
So you were.
Do you mean Chrome browser or what?
No, maybe Chrome browser had update. Maybe because of this, but I use Google Plus for got in, yes, got in or come in.
To get in, yes.
Okay, to get in.
But we all use that because without this plugin is it's impossible to connect in this.
I think what Lydia is trying to say that instead of joining from Lingualeo's website, she joined from her Google Plus account.
Yeah.
Somehow, right?
Yes, correct.
I thought about it, but unfortunately, I didn't try to do that. But it's nothing.
Now you know.
Yeah, I thought about that to Lingua team, and they see did best to fix the trouble. But now I'm here.
Okay.
That's good. So today, did you have the same problem, or did you? Did they fix it?
In the morning, yes, but to the midday they fixed it.
They fixed it for you. That's good. Did any of the other students have this problem? Stas or Sergey?
No.
No?
Nobody.
All right.
Okay.
Looks like it's very selective, this problem. All right. Let's get started. Yeah, let's make the most of this lesson. Another long one. This is the last episode that we're doing, episode 26 of our IELTS preparation with Margot Politis, which is only series 2, that is. So hopefully today we will complete this series. And tomorrow we have a revision of the 23rd episode. Like I promised, I think it's important that we, and some of you actually requested that we go through it again. And hopefully that's gonna help us a little bit more. So okay, without further ado, I will now screen share. Oh, we have a new student. Or have we met before? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. My name is Fedor, and you can call me Fed. You saw me earlier.
I think, yeah, because you seemed familiar, but I wasn't too sure. Maybe you've changed your background picture.
No.
Was it the same as before?
Yeah, it's the same as before, but it was long ago when you saw me.
Aha, and your name was Fedor.
Fedor, yeah.
Or we can call you Fed.
Fed, yeah, that's great.
Very good. Welcome. Okay, we're just about to start the lesson, Fed. So what we're doing is, I don't know if you've participated in any of these before, but basically I will play a 10-minute video, and the students watch the video and pay close attention to the video, and possibly write down, notes about the video, because afterwards you will give me a brief summary. You will speak about the video for about 2 minutes maximum. And after that, we will go into the more detailed study notes and do some activities afterwards. Okay, so let us begin.
Hello, I'm Margot Politis. Welcome to Study English, IELTS preparation. Today we're going to talk about letter writing. IELTS Task 1 in the General Training module asks you to write a letter. We write letters to friends, strangers, businesses, government departments and institutions. The tone of a letter can be formal or informal, depending on who is going to read it. There are several purposes for writing letters. Giving or requesting information. Giving instructions. Relating an event. Giving good or bad news. Complaining. Describing. Some letters can include several of these purposes at the same time. Here are some examples. Letters for giving information might include travel plans, arrival details, what to see and do on holidays. Letters requesting information might be for course information, library hours, timetable information. Some letters for giving instructions include how to get to your house, how to operate a machine, how to open an account, and relating an event, an incident or accident, a wedding or function, or a holiday. Giving good or bad news, cancelling an appointment, accepting a job offer, informing of the birth of a baby. Letters complaining might include poor service in a restaurant, loud noise in your district, a problem with faulty goods. And letters describing might be about lost property, a friend, or a place. Okay, that's an overview of different types of letter. Now let's consider the organisation of the letter. Letters have a clear and familiar structure. Formal letters begin with a greeting, dear, and end with a closing, yours sincerely. In between the top and the bottom is the body. But what sort of body? How do we decide about the shape of the letter between the greeting and the closing? Well, we write because we have a purpose. It is important to indicate at the beginning of a letter what its purpose is. Let's consider some examples. If your letter is for giving information, you might start with, I am writing to advise that. Or for requesting information, I am writing to request information about. For giving instructions, I am writing to explain how to. Relating an event, I am writing to describe the accident I saw. Giving good or bad news, I am very happy to tell you that. Complaining, I am writing to complain about. Describing, I am writing to describe some lost property. It's easier for the reader of the letter if it's organised coherently. In Task 1, the way the IELTS general training question is laid out will help you in organising your response or answer. For example, look at the following question, a typical question for Task 1. You have to sit IELTS and you would like to do a preparation program to help you prepare for the test. Write a letter to the course information officer at a college that offers IELTS preparation courses requesting information. How long the course is, how much the course costs, course prerequisites. You should write at least 150 words. The way the question is constructed tells you how to organise your letter. There are 3 bullet points: how long the course is, how much the course costs, and course prerequisites. This tells you that you should construct 3 body paragraphs, 1 for each bullet point. Thus, your letter should look something like this. First, a greeting. Dear Sir or Madam. Then, an introduction stating a purpose. I am writing because. Then the body. 1. How long the course is. 2. How much the course costs. 3. Course prerequisites. And then finally, the closing. Yours sincerely. So when writing your IELTS letter, it's a matter of being logical and organising your ideas. Let's look at another question and decide how to tackle it. You recently went to a conference in another city and stayed in a hotel. When you returned home, you discovered that you had left your briefcase in the hotel. Write a letter to the manager of the hotel explaining the problem. Explain where you left your briefcase. Describe the briefcase. Advise how to inform you and where to send it if found. You should write at least 150 words. If we follow the same strategy as last time, our letter organisation will look something like this. First, a greeting. Dear Sir or Madam. Then an introduction stating a purpose. I am writing because. Then the body. 1. Explain where you left your briefcase. 2. Describe the briefcase. 3. Advise how to inform you and where to send it if found. And then finish with the closing. Yours sincerely. The last thing to discuss about the letters you'll be writing is the level of formality. The 2 IELTS letters we looked at should be formal. There will be times when you will have to compose a less formal letter with different language choices. Here are some examples. More formal. I am writing to inquire about the cost of your IELTS preparation program. Less formal. I am writing to ask about the cost of your IELTS preparation program. More formal. This is due to the fact that teaching costs have increased. Less formal. This is because teaching costs have increased. More formal. If you require further information. Less formal. If you need more information. More formal. Please find enclosed. Less formal. Here are. More formal. We have been forced to increase fees. Less formal. We've had to increase fees. More formal. I regret to advise you. Less formal. I'm sorry to tell you. More formal. I will not be able to attend. Less formal. I cannot come. Well, you should now be able to practice letter writing. Remember, each letter you write will have a different purpose, and a clear purpose statement will convey your intent to the reader. Organise the letter into several short paragraphs and choose the tone carefully. Should it be more or less formal? To find more information and tips, don't forget to visit our website. It's abcasiapacific.com/study-English. You'll find all the stories, transcripts, study notes, exercises, and quizzes for this series. That's all for now. I hope to see you again for another episode of Study English. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was the video. So I will give you 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. So between 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, try to give me a summary about this video. Okay, please try to talk at least a minute and a half, because this will be a requirement if you ever do decide to do the IELTS exam. There is a task where you are required to speak for a certain set time. So Andre, let's begin with you.
Okay. This topic was dedicated to the letter writing as a part of a general test of IELTS. Margot told us about two main types of letters, formal and informal. Also, she described different purposes for letters writing. For example, giving and requesting information, giving instruction, describing some events, and so on. The next, she gave us a piece of advice how to organize the structure of the letter. Two absolutely important things to have intro and outro, like it is in music. As the head of letter, we need to write "Dear Sir" or "Madam," and we should close the letter typical phrases like "sincerely" or "yours sincerely." Also, we need to start the main body of letter with standard phrase like "I am writing to ask something" or to require some information, and so on. Also, it's important to divide the main body of letter depending on how much questions you have, 2 or 3. It depends on what kind of information you want to obtain. And of course, she gave us some examples on different types of letters. I suppose it's enough for now.
Okay, very good. That was very good. Thank you very much. Just a little bit over time, but that was still a very good summary. Thank you, Andre. Okay, Lydia?
In addition, for Andre said, I add. She said about purpose. 6 purpose exist: giving requesting information, giving instruction, relating an event, good and bad news, complaining and describing. And she talked about structure. It was greetings, then purpose, body and closing. And she gave us some examples. And she also gave us advices how to write a clear purpose statement, organize letter, choose the tone. And she said about formal and informal. And she gave us example, formal or less formal. Formal, for example, due to, informal because, and so I think that's all.
Okay, good. If this was, if I was an examiner, I would tell you to keep talking, because you still
really,
yeah.
I wanted to talk shorter.
That's fine.
Because we are 5. There are 5 students here, and everyone wants to say or add something, and I don't want to waste our time.
No, you're not wasting time. This is all part of the activity. It's all part of your, you know, summarization. And each student has a minimum of a minute and a half, like I said at the beginning. So please try to make use of that minute and a half, because in in the IELTS task, speaking task, you are required to do that. Yeah, but that's fine. You were very close, anyways. You weren't that much off the target. Okay, thank you, Lydia. Then Stas.
Okay, this lesson was about preparation for letter writing in IELTS, and I can't agree with Marga Palatis and Lydia and Andrei that when you're trying to write a letter, you have only 6 purposes. I think that it's everything. It's not 6, it's maybe million purposes of writing of a letter. So that's why I don't remember exactly what was the purposes, but was very helpful and useful advice from Margot that letter have own organization. So it's greeting, introducing, body, and closing. One paragraph equal bullet point of your letter. Intro it's like a topic of your letter. Greeting is standard dear, so madam, and closing is standard sincerely yours. And second part of this lesson was about formality, because it's very important to understand what is letter formal or not formal. But as I understand, formality depends of vocabulary. If word more complicated, so it's more formal. If you're using simple words, so it would be an informal letter. That's all.
Very good. Well summarized. Good timing. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, Sergey.
This video was about some topics for letter writing, and as we can see, that letters are divided on some main classes, such as requiring information, giving explanation, giving instructions, reporting about news, so requesting something, and different types. And in the beginning of the letter, we should write something about what we want to say in the letter. And we also could see from the video that there is 2 types of letters, such as formal or informal letter. It depends on who is you are writing to, and if it's some person you have informal relations, you can use informal type. And also we saw some examples that we can meet on IELTS written exam, and we saw how to organize our letters for these examples. So that's all.
Very good. Well summarized, Sergey. Thank you very much. Within the 2 minutes. That was good. Okay, and Fed, give us your summary, please.
Okay. Pickett told us about letter writing. Letters can be formal or informal. They divided on themes. They can give or request information. They can describe events. They can be relating on an events. They can give us good or bad news. Well, also, letter consists of 3 parts: introduction, body, and closing part. Or we should start with introducing. with should start with words dear, then write the letter and close it. Well, let the letters also have other levels of formality. They can be more formal or less formal, and it depends of theme of the letter. I think that's it.
Very good. Fed, that was really well done. I have to say thank you. This is the first time I think I've heard you give me a summary of the video.
Yeah.
Spot on. Yeah, within the 2 minutes. And your summary was well done. Okay, the video wasn't very complicated, so there's not a lot of information that was given anyways, but enough for us to learn something from. So now let's move on to the study notes. Okay. Yes, the general writing task. So let me have a look at this tip here and read it out for you quickly. It is necessary in task 1, general writing, that is, to address all the 3 bullet points listed in the question. We're going to look at an example shortly. Develop your skills in organizing a letter in response to information supplied in these bullet points, including as much relevant information as possible, using a variety of sentence types and appropriate vocabulary. And obviously you need to check your spelling. Okay, what do I have to do? This is usually what's required. Write a short letter, 150 words, minimum response in a response to information supplied in the test question, which should take you about 20 minutes. And then you need to address all the bullet points in question, select the appropriate tone. So, will it be semi-formal or formal? Like some of you mentioned, depending on the type of letter also. So what type of letter might you come across, might you be asked to write? So giving or requesting information, giving instructions, like directions, relating an event, giving good or bad news, complaining, maybe it's a mild or even a strong complaint. It depends. Describing something, and then advising and suggesting. Some letters actually can include a few of these purposes at the same time. So you might find a combination of 2 or 3 of them even. Yeah. So let's look at this example. Some of these examples below. So on the left we have types of letters, and then the examples on the right. So firstly, giving information. You might come across travel plans, arrival details, what to see and do on holidays, contents of a course of study, and so on. This is a common one. Requesting information, course information, like library hours and borrower's rights, timetable information, and so on. Then giving instructions, how to get to your house, how to use or operate a tool or machine, how to use the public transport system in your hometown. All of these are very common. Then we have relating an event. Maybe there was an accident that you need to relate to, or a memorable event, or a holiday or excursion. Maybe a happy event that you had with some friends, yeah, or a news event. Then we have giving good news. You know, you're traveling to visit a family member. News about happy events like weddings, anniversaries, and so on. And then availability of a new service. Giving bad news. Perhaps you might have to write a letter about having to cancel an appointment, decided to discontinue a course, cannot attend an event, and so on. So let me throw this at you and see if you can. How would you begin the letter, let's say the introduction, if you have to give bad news? Who can try to give me an example?
I regret to. I'm writing to regret. No, I'm regret you to inform. Inform? No.
Yes. Yeah. Very close. Very close. Do we?
About something.
Yeah. That's regret. Is a very good word to use. This is the most common one. I regret to inform you.
Yes. To inform.
Unfortunately.
Or unfortunately is another very good one. Yes. Yeah. Excellent. Any other ones?
I'm really sorry to inform you about your grandmother was dead or something like that.
Yes, has passed away or was involved in a car accident. Or yes, very good. Yeah. What about good news?
I'm so happy to inform you.
I'm glad to inform you.
Yes, correct.
Fortunately.
Fortunately.
Fortunately, okay. Yeah. There's another one which is very common and probably is the most commonly chosen word. We've actually learned it in one of the everyday idioms lessons recently. Can't remember. Pleasure. It is my pleasure to inform you. Yeah, have you heard of that before?
With my pleasure. I heard.
Yeah, yeah. With pleasure. It is my pleasure to inform you that so on and so forth.
Or I am pleased.
I'm pleased to inform you. Yes, yes, very good. I'm pleased to inform you that so on and so forth. Yeah, very good. And then we have complaints, complaint letters. Maybe the service at a restaurant was terrible, or the public transport service was below expectation. There is noise in your local area. Maybe neighbors are, having a party after the hours, which they should be quiet. Cost of a course, maybe it's too much. There's a teacher on a course, or content of a course of study. Maybe it's unacceptable, or it's the content perhaps might be racially offensive. It may be religiously sensitive. Anything. Yeah. Or maybe there is a playground which is unsafe for children, so you can complain about that to the local council. And then we have describing something. So lost property, friend, place, favorite holiday destination. You're describing your house or apartment, and so on. Finally, advising and suggesting. So you give advice to a friend on what to study or choose as a career. Maybe to parents on dealing with a difficult child, to give them some good advice and suggestions. Or maybe your friend wants to emigrate. You can give him some advice on that. and so on. Okay, so there are actually 13 pages here, so we won't have the time to go through all of them because I'd like us to go through the activities, and we have about 4 activities anyways. But I thought this page was important for us to go through because one of the activities is based on this. And just quickly here, a glimpse at this example of a general training task of the writing. So, okay, so for example here they've given us, you are visiting another country to visit a family member you have never met before. This relative has offered to meet you at the airport. Write a letter to this relative informing him or her of your arrival details and how to recognize you. So in your letter, you need to introduce yourself and say why you're writing. Then give your arrival details and describe what you look like so your relative can recognize you. So you need to write at least 150 words. Okay. So this could be good practice. I mean, we don't have the time for you to practice that now and for me to check it. If this was a private lesson, of course we would have time. But if you want, take a snapshot of this. I will do it for you. I will capture this and you can practice it if you like. And okay. And then it gives you basically here how to do it. What's a requirement? Okay. So, are there any questions about any of this so far?
No.
Okay, I'll give you the link for this. Yeah, so you can save it to your computer. Okay, here's the link. Study notes. And now we will go through the activities. The last 10 minutes. All right, so activity number 1 requires us to match the purpose on the left within the correct statement on the right. So on the left we have the purpose, and on the right the statement. I have to make it a bit smaller. All right, so I hope you can see that. So the first one, the first purpose, giving information. Andre, what do you think is the right statement or the right to match?
I think giving information, maybe E, I'm writing in response to your call for ideas, maybe.
No, not that one. Okay, there's a keyword here in E.
Suggest, giving information. Giving advice. Okay, maybe the last one, J, the service is in your hotel is not up to standard. And I'm writing to no. No. Okay.
It's all right. Take your time.
Maybe F. There will be a project management training program beginning.
Yes, this is giving information. Very good. There will be a project management training program beginning, you know, I don't know, 1st of April.
Okay.
This time and so on. Very good. So it's F.
Since the first attempt.
Yeah, some of them can be a bit tricky. Usually, you just need to look out for keywords. Like here we had suggest. If it's a complaint, you can see someone's trying to complain.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
okay, what about
Mm.
number 2? Stas. Oh, Lydia is back. Hello, Lydia.
Yes, the Chrome is crazy program, I think.
Okay, it's good to have you back. What we're doing is we're matching the purposes on the left with the correct statements on the right. So we already did the first one. Giving information is F. So what do you think requesting information is?
For me,
Yes, Lydia.
I think it's I'm interested in your computing course.
Yes, you're requesting information. So I'm interested in your computing course and would like further information. So you're requesting information, you're asking for it. Very good. 3, Stas.
Giving instructions, I think it's H, please follow this direction then.
Excellent. That's exactly it. Giving instructions, please follow these directions when you reach this and that. Very good. 4, Sergey.
Relating an event. I'm reading to report an accident.
Yeah, very good. Something happened, relating an event. The event here is an accident occurred. Very good. So it's A. All right, Fed, number 5.
Okay. Maybe giving good news. Maybe I'm writing in response to a call. Like this. Nope.
No, not that one.
Okay. It gives me a great pleasure to, yeah.
Yes, very good.
Yeah, I missed it.
Remember, I mentioned this word, pleasure? Yeah. It gives me great pleasure to inform you that we're having our wedding, and so on and so forth. Okay. Giving bad news. Andre.
It's point C. I regret to inform you that something happened.
Excellent. I regret to inform you that your son got into a fight at school. Okay, 7. Lydia.
7, complaining. It's maybe. The service is your hotel is not up to standard, and I'm writing to you. G.
Good. Yes. J.
J.
How would you complete this sentence? The service in your hotel is not up to standard, and I'm writing to.
The top is not working, and the room is dirty, and service impolite as servants, or how to say servants, people who service you are impolite, something like that.
Okay, yes. So you need to say, and I'm writing to
complain.
inform me. Yeah.
Informal, yes.
Inform you about, or to express my my feelings or my unhappiness.
Disappointing.
Disappointment. Yes, we can use many words here. And then you can list in the body the problems that you have encountered. All right. Okay, good. 8. Stas.
I think it's D. The house you are looking for is rather old.
Very good. It's rather old. Yeah, you're describing it. Good. 9. Sergey?
It's E. I am writing in response to your call for ideas for the new recreation park. I would like to suggest.
Good. Yeah, finish it. You'd like to suggest?
To suggest you. No. To create a
Relaxing zone for children.
how to say pruд? Pond? Pond? Something like that.
A
No.
pond, like water, you mean? A small
Yeah.
pool of water.
With beach and
Okay.
vessels.
All right. You're
Something like that.
suggesting.
Yeah.
I would like to suggest that you know suggest that you might be entitled to you know, make a pond or make a like Andre, what did you say? A playground for children?
I mean,
Pleasure zone or something like this?
relaxing zone. For,
Relaxing zone, yes.
No, or to plant more trees.
Yes, why not? Yeah, I would like to suggest if you could plant more trees to make it look a little bit more, you know, environmentally attractive. Okay, very good. Last one. Fed.
Apologizing. That's B. Please excuse the behavior of the group at the restaurant last night. I apologize for any inconvenience we caused to you, and you can eat for free now.
Very good. Yeah, I like your ending of the sentence. I apologize for any inconvenience caused to you. You may, yeah. Depends if you are the owner of the restaurant or whatever it is. Okay. Very good. Very good. Excellent. So we've done that. Here we have the second activity, and we are supposed to choose the correct or the best word rather to complete to fill the gaps of these sentences. So we have the first one. Who can tell me the answer? I'm writing to your office.
Two.
Yes,
Two.
very good. Okay. To rectify. What does rectify mean?
Fix.
Good. Fix, correct. Yeah, several mistakes in your recent newspaper article about our language courses. Very good. Second one, my payment was delayed.
Because of?
Because of a fault with my my online account. Yeah, because of. Excellent. Okay, so I'll let you complete these. Pretty simple, I think. You shouldn't struggle with these. And then we have a couple of more activities here that you can practice on. And then see your answers on the last page. And compare your answers to the last page. So here is the link. Feel free to save it to your computer and practice. All right. Are there any other questions?
No.
No.
Very good. Okay. That's it then. Thank you very much for joining. Good to see you, Fed. Good to see everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.
See you. Goodbye.